This tree on the left is a coconut cream tree. It's patented. It's on turpentine rootstock. Came from Florida. Tastes like coconut. It's very good. The next tree over here is in a pot, 15-gallon pot. I took it out of the ground. Very finicky tree. It's called Malacca. It's very hard to determine when to pick the fruit, and I think that's why most of us decided not to grow it. But when it is good, it is good. If it's overripe and picked too yellow, it tastes like carrots. A favorite of mine. I mean, at least the flavor profile. It has that piney Indian flavor like Alfonso, but this tree is called St. Maui. Nobody seems to know where it originates from, even though they claim it's from Hawaii. All the Hawaiians don't know about it. So that's the taller tree. This is ice cream. Very piney flavor. Very dwarfish tree. We believe that this is actually the same tree as Nazuk Badan in India. This one, they say, came from Trinidad, but we really think it's the same tree. There's a dwarf Hawaiian growing here. We believe it's different than Raposa, but we need to fruit this to prove it. But they say it's a little fibery, but they like it. This tree is Alampur Banishan from India, very piney flavor. We're confused as to who is the parent tree versus other varieties, but we think that this is the parent of several popular Indian varieties. I've never tried this fruit, but this tree is dwarfish, Alampur Banishan. This tree right here is Juicy Peach. It has not been friendly to me. I don't know why. It's over 2 years old and barely growing, but then again, as you see, it's in a pot. So maybe that's the reason why. Juicy Peach. I believe this is a seedling of Tommy Atkins, if you can actually believe that. The far tree is a Venus grafted onto a Manila rootstock. I really never tried this. I can't even tell you the habit, but we did know that a friend who tried to grow Venus here, it suffers from fruit splitting if you inconsistently water it. This tree right here is a Florida bot called Pineapple Pleasure, so it's a Zill's creation. None of us have tried this. We're looking forward to it. Pineapples, right? There's two varieties that taste like pineapples, this and Springfells, but I believe that this is a seedling of Springfells, but don't quote me on that. I think that's why they're related and they have the same flavor profile. I have to go look this up. This one I can't remember completely. This one right here is a fruit punch. It is a seedling of, I believe, Zill 80, which is a seedling, which in itself is a seedling of Kent, so that's the lineage. Tastes like Hawaiian punch, but they couldn't call it that, so they called it fruit punch. This tree is Peach Cobbler. Nobody's tried it yet. Ripe. I think they describe it as a combination of peaches and cinnamon. So this would be interesting. This tree's not very big, but if you put it in the ground, I heard it's a monster. This tree, the name speaks for itself. Back here, Pina Colada. So pineapples and coconut. They say that this is very difficult to graft. Very difficult. Nobody's been successful. I mean, the success rate is very low. Don't know why, right? Same technique, just difficult to graft. This right here, I grew this on my own rootstock. It's actually on a Valencia Pride rootstock. It's Sunrise. It's a piney mango. It's a cross. They say it's a cross between, I believe, oh boy, Kent Cross Bombay. So, definitely one that I would like if it tastes like Bombay. Did I go over this one? This one right here is Harvest Moon. It's probably a Kent seedling, but the parentage is unknown, or at least Gary Zill hasn't announced what it is. Creamy Kent. So if you like Kents and then you want them creamier, that's pretty good. I did try the fruit once. I wasn't completely impressed, but then this is a young tree, so you don't always get the best results off a young tree. This is Dot. A good mango, they say. I've never tried it, but it's a cross between Gary and another mango. I'll probably tell you what it is. I have these written down. Yeah, this one came. I can't remember the parentage, but it definitely crossed with the Gary Mango, which was named after Gary Zill, the guy that makes all these varieties. The one in the back is Julie. That tree came from. It has its origins back in the Caribbean. I can't remember which nation it is, but this is very popular. A dwarfish tree probably only grows about 8 feet tall, so if you have a small backyard and you like piney flavor, that's it. It has problems growing in Florida because of high humidity, but since we're in California, I don't think that's a big deal. Lemon zest. They say it's a seedling of Pulpuculae, PPK. So it's the zygote seedling that formed and made this tree. So it tastes like oranges when sweet, and I think probably a little more lemony when it's not as ripe, but definitely top tier tree. We have found that it fruit splits in California, so hopefully my friends can learn how to water this consistently so it doesn't fruit split. There's another lemon zest back here growing on an autoophal rootstock as an experiment, but this one is over here. This lemon zest is on manila as an experiment. This is actually Tim Thompson's Timoteo tree. This is actually Timoteo. I've top worked it with a Hawaiian piri. I don't know. I didn't really care too much for the Timoteo. The one in the back is a pickering, very dwarfish tree that yields a lot of fruit. You'd be surprised how much fruit a tree this small, if you can get in here, how a tree this small could yield so much fruit. But between pickering and maha chinook, they yield the most for the size of the tree. So maybe if you don't have a lot of room and you want a lot of fruit, that's... Pickering sometimes has the hint of coconut. I've never tasted it, but my friends have. So if there's one that you like slight coconut, pickering would be it. Okay, next tree is a combo tree of Rosigold and Fairchild. I shouldn't say this on video. Fairchild has a hint, to me, that tastes like Raid ant spray. But I've gotten used to it, if you can actually believe that. And that's the only flavor I could describe on the outside of the skin. My wife's confirmed this. She thought, yeah, it does have this flavor. But after a while, you get used to it, and it's not so... It's not bad. I shouldn't call it Raid. Fairchild, but they say that this is from Panama. This is the last tree. It's a piri. Oh, the last tree that's planted. It's a piri from Hawaii, and I think it's #1. My family's from Hawaii. So, of course, white piri is better, but, you know, I couldn't get white piri, so this is the next best thing. Well, let's see how it tastes. It's piney, so let's go to this other tree. Most of these are the new trees. I think all but one is a new variety. Some of them are duplicates of others. So this one here is a honey kiss. It's been available in Florida for a while, but it's the first time I've seen it propagated and we could actually buy it. The second one is Phoenix. A lot of rave reviews about that. This one right here, I believe, is Seacrest. So that's it's been around in Florida for a while, but it's the first time it's propagated by Zills. This one here